Mee Tho ga du mi ne.
My name is Mee Tho. I live with my son and my granddaughter. I'm happy that I made the decision to bring my granddaughter home and raise her myself. At that time, my granddaughter was in and out of the hospital so often. I felt so discouraged and helpless. I did not know what to do. If you ask me, what was I most afraid of? It was my granddaughter's condition. She had a leaking heart valve. Whenever she had a seizure, I had to rush her to the hospital right away, even late at night. We did not have transportation, so I had to ask others for help. It was exhausting every time I took her to the hospital, especially because I could not speak Thai well. Sitting there alone, looking at my granddaughter, I often felt like crying. Some relatives suggested that I send my granddaughter away, but I could not bear the thought of her living somewhere else. I felt it was better for her to stay here, study here, and remain with me. I was worried that if an emergency happened, I would not be there to care for her. I also did not want her to become someone else's child. So I chose to take her in and raise her myself. If life was difficult, then we would face it together. If we had to struggle, then we would struggle together. Even when there was almost nothing to eat, just being near each other gave me comfort.
My grandmother takes such good care of me. She always makes sure I have enough to eat. I love hugging her because it makes me feel so happy.
What impresses me most about Mee Tho is that despite her poverty and despite all of Namfon's health problems, she loves her deeply and is determined to care for her with all her heart.
In the past, many parents felt that they had no choice but to send their children away to study outside the village. Their main hope was that their children would have a better future, receive a higher education, and not to have to struggle the way they did. About 30 to 40% of the children were sent to live in temples or institutions run by churches. But since this program came into this community, children are only sent away if it is absolutely necessary. Now, the number is very small. In my view, since the program began, it has brought something very good. It has created greater unity and brought warmth to the families.
It makes me so happy to be able to care for Namfon.
Before Mee Tho joined the program, her family was facing many difficulties. Her husband had been imprisoned, they had a lot of debt, and she was left to care for both her children and her grandchild. This brought a lot of worry and many struggles into her life.
When my husband was in prison, I prayed and asked God to fill me with His peace. And through it all, I held on to the peace of God.
Since Mee Tho joined the BSF program, I've seen a big difference in her emotional well-being. Her livelihood has improved as well. Before, her coffee trees were in poor condition and she could not afford fertilizer. The program supported her with fertilizer and pest control supplies. And now her harvest has improved and her income has increased.
BSF supported me with organic fertilizer for my coffee trees, so I no longer have to borrow money every year to buy fertilizer. Because of that, my harvest has improved as well. With this support, my income has increased by about 50% per month. Life has truly gotten better.
After Mee Tho's family joined the BSF program, we saw clear changes in their family life, especially in the way they spent time together. Mee Tho carried a lot of debt and had to work every day to support her family. She had no time to rest and had never had a chance to go anywhere with her granddaughter. But through the program, we saw this family begin to spend time together, go on trips together, grow in knowledge, and increase their income. Most importantly, we began to see smiles on their faces as a family.
The trip that brought me the most joy was the program's graduation camp. Seeing my granddaughter so happy playing in the pool meant so much to me because we had never experienced anything like that before. If I had not joined the BSF program, I may never have seen such a joyful smile on her face.
At BSF, we exist to keep loving families together, especially those facing economic hardship, so children don't end up in orphanages. Mee Tho and Namfon's story shows how strong bonds of love and attachment, supported through our family strengthening program, can hold a kinship care family together. Without the support, Namfon may have been placed in an orphanage, but today, his family is stronger, more financially sustainable, and growing together in love. That is truly worth celebrating.
I would like to thank the BSF program for giving my granddaughter's little heart the chance to be happy, to grow, and to blossom. I am deeply touched and truly grateful.
Thank you for making both my grandmother and me very happy.